Friends, if you'll listen to my troubles, bear with me all that you can. For I'm an uncomfortable, horrible, terrible, unconsolable, unlucky man. I was born in an unlucky climate. That's why I'm so sad and forlorn. But what is the use of me trying when I wish that I'd never been born? But now don't you make light of my troubles. Bear with me all that you can. I'm an uncomfortable, horrible, terrible, unconsolable, unlucky man. When I was 1 and 20, I sought me a partner in trade, and having some money aplenty, I married me a lovely old maid. And then we got nicely living, just enjoying the prime of our lives. My partner stole all of my money and then ran away with my wife. But now don't you make light of my troubles. Bear with me all that you can. For I'm an uncomfortable, horrible, terrible, unconsolable, unlucky man. I then started home to my mama. I never would leave her again. What is the use of me trying when I'm such an unlucky man? And then I arrived at the cottage, assuming my parents in bed. My mom mistook me for a robber and broke the broom over my head. But now don't you make light of my troubles. Bear with me all that you can. I'm an uncomfortable, horrible, terrible, unconsolable, unlucky man. Thank you. So that one's particularly fun for me to sing, especially around my family, because I feel quite the opposite on most given days. I feel very, very lucky and blessed. I've got a wife and a daughter and a little boy on the way. And I'm employed, I have a roof over my head, and I'm not the Venezuelan president who was kidnapped. I've got a lot of things going for me. There's a lot of bad people I could be, and I'm doing pretty well. This next song is about Texas Rangers, which is like kind of an American special. You know, we had the Old West Rangers going out, conquering unfamiliar areas, and encountering wild Indians, and then killing them. But this one was about actually I'll just sing it for you. All you Texas Rangers, and listen to what I say. I'll tell to you some troubles that happened unto me. My name is nothing extra, so that I will not tell. Here's to all you Rangers, I'm sure I wish you well. It was at the age of 16 I joined the Jolly Band. We marched from San Antonio down to the Rio Grande. The captain, he informed us, perhaps he thought it right. Before we'd reach that station, we'd surely have to fight. And when the bugle sounded, our captain gave command. To arms, he shouted, and by your horses stand. I saw the smoke ascending, it seemed to reach the sky. And then the thought did strike me, my time had come to die. feelings at that moment no tongue could ever tell. I saw their glittering lances and their arrows round me flew. Then my strength did leave me and all my courage too. We fought for 9 hours fully before the fight was o'er. The likes of dead and wounded I'd never seen before. When the sun had risen and the Indians they had fled, we loaded up our rifles and counted up our dead. Nearly all of us were wounded and our noble captain slain. The sun was shining sadly across the bloody plain. 16 brave rangers that ever rode the west were buried with their comrades with arrows in their chests. And now my song is ended, I guess I've sung enough. The life of any ranger you can see is plenty tough. And if you've got a mother that don't want you to roam, I'd advise you from experience, you better stay at home. Thank you for that. One thing feel like I've been gaining a lot of perspective on since having a child and building a family is that I'm just really glad I'm not at war, because most people who are involved in war don't have the option or are coerced in some way or feel they have to. Most people don't grow up thinking, I can't wait to abandon my loved ones, go to a foreign area and hurt people and get hurt. And I don't know if anybody else thinks about that a lot, but I'm just so grateful to go home and like watch TV and eat. So this banjo is a melody banjo, and it was only produced for a very short time when they were doing recordings that couldn't pick up fiddles along with like a big band. So the idea is it could punch through really loudly, but the sound is so annoying on it that as soon as that problem was solved, they stopped making them. And now I have one and you'll hear it. All right, this one's called They All Got a Wife But Me. A story true I'll tell to you about the troubles of my life. In love I've been like many other men, I never could find a wife. The girls are shy and I can't tell why, but I'm sad 'cause it is too late. I've tried and tried till I almost died, still I can't find a mate. But there's a monkey and a frog, the turtle and the dog, the fish that swim in the sea, a pretty little squirrel with his tail in a curl, they all got a wife but me. When first in love, it was a sweet little dove, and it was with a girl named Liz. She was so hard to beat, had number 10 feet and a pair of true blue eyes. I offered my hand in a soft white dress, what do you suppose? She said no can do, she wasn't no fool. She turned away her big red nose. Where there's a chicken and a cat, the weasel and a rat, mosquitoes and the bumblebee. Not a little lizard and the cunning old buzzard, they all got a wife but me. I forgot to mention, that really is, if you're a musician playing, it's like you love hearing that. I'm still keeping my foot going. Maybe you can match it. Girl number 2 was a girl named Sue, and she worked at a dollar store. Each day I'd dress in my dollar store best and wander by her door. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks. I wrote her a letter and I should have known better. I asked her to share my life. Whoa. Next day I met a fella and he hit me in the smell and he gave me 2 black eyes. There's a horse and the steer, the goat and the deer, the sheep that walk with glee. Cunning little lizard and the naughty old buzzard, they all got a wife but me. There's a horse and the steer, the goat and the deer, the sheep that walk with glee. Naughty old and the fussy raccoon, they all got a wife but me. Thank you. I love that one. I love it because the animals just keep coming. And they all have wives. They all have wives, except for the narrator. Do I have time for one more? Or is okay. Then I will sing one last one that I particularly like. A banjo player named Bull Kuaze. Kuaze, and I always pronounce it Kuaze because he's dead and he's not going to correct me, and I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So Bull Kuaze sang this like song about just missing Kentucky. Everybody has the feeling of like if you go away from home, you want to come back to there. So I rewrote it a tiny bit to make it about New Hampshire, because I love it here. Sometimes I walk this world alone. Today my head's down on the road. I seem to hear New Hampshire calling me. This road, it might be right or wrong, but if I keep on rolling along, it's bound to bring me where I long to be. So I'm just rolling along. I'm simply rolling along. Well, I started late, but I got my gait when I left my Hampshire home. I thought I'd see the world, but it caught me in its whirl. I'm alone and away from home, and I gotta keep rolling along. New Hampshire's calling me. I'd give the world tonight if I could only see Monadnock snowy white. Now I'm just rolling along. It won't be very long till I roll back to the little shack, that place that I call home. Now every mark that's on my feet seems to remind me that I got beat the day I left my old New Hampshire home. Now let me say that it won't be long till I sing that familiar song. I'm going back there never more to roam. I thought I'd see the world, but it caught me in its whirl. I'm alone and I gotta keep rolling along. New Hampshire's calling me, and I'd give the world tonight if I could only see Monadnock snowy white. Now I'm just rolling along. It won't be very long till I roll back to my little shack, the place that I call home. Thank you all.